Hello, this is Bishop Dennis Martin with Wisdom in the Pulpit. You know, I was thinking today, and I wanted to share it with you very brief, and that is we have mastered the sound of preaching, but we have not mastered the substance of preaching. We've mastered the sound. We sound good. We know how to do it. I've been preaching 50 years, and someone said once, they said about me, they said he's a professional preacher. And I had to laugh at that because I guess if you've been doing it that long, it would probably put you in that category that you're a professional or whatever you may call it. But I want to tell you that we've mastered the sound. We've mastered the cliches. We've mastered the jargon. We know what to say, when to say it, how to say it, what runs to do, how to put them in place. We know how to modulate and do our voices and all of those things. But when it comes to the substance, sometimes we've not mastered the substance because we've mastered the performance and the entertainment from the pulpit. And I want to tell you that the world is watching us. People are watching us. They're looking to see, what are we saying? What is the substance of what we're saying? What is the biblical foundation of what is being said? We've got young people watching us and young preachers and evangelists, and they're learning how to master the sound, but they're not learning how to give the substance. And we've got to give substance more than the sound. We've got to give more than just, we've got to give more. And the Bible said that when he was, and that gets the audience, and I know it does. But I want to tell you, substance is something that people can take home. Substance is something people can glean from when they're at home at night and those things. Am I saying it's wrong to have the sound? No. Am I saying it's wrong to do that? No. I'm just saying let's make sure that when we get to that part, that we've already given the substance of what it is. Because understand, a cake means nothing if you're baking it and you don't put ingredients in to make it taste right. And so we want to make sure that when we are ministering, that we are giving substance. We've got to help our young preachers and missionaries to know that it's not about just getting the house. It's about the substance. I'll share this with you and let you know how I felt. Many, many years ago, I was president of the Department of Evangelism. I spoke in Houston, Texas, the main speaker one night, and the Lord had given me a message, and the message was entitled, "This is Your Wake-Up Call." I preached that message, and after I got through preaching the message, I got the house, as what we call getting the house a little bit, but I made an altar call, and people came to the altar and they got saved. Well, it was a few weeks later, someone was at a dinner and they said to my wife, they said, your husband did good, but he didn't get the house. And she relayed that to me, and I sort of felt some kind of way because I know in our culture, that's how we look at things. We count success of a person getting the house by saying if they got the house, they really preach. And so I felt some kind of way. But God has a way of showing you what he does. And so 7 years later, after that, we were in Houston, Texas. I was no longer president. I was sitting in the audience. Matter of fact, I was sitting back in the auditorium. I wasn't even close up. And while I was sitting there with thousands of people, a young man came and tapped me on the shoulder. And I said, hello. He says, are you Pastor Dennis Martin? I said, yes. He said, you used to be over the evangelist department. I said, yes. He said, well, I've got a testimony. I want you to know that I just came out of high school, getting ready to go to college, and I had already determined that I wasn't going to be in church. I didn't want to be saved or nothing. He said, but 7 years ago, in this same auditorium, you preached from the subject, this is your wake-up call. And you made an altar call, and I got saved that night, and my life completely turned around. He said, here I am 7 years later. Now I'm preaching the gospel. And God let me know, you didn't get the house in their eyes, but a soul was saved and someone in life would change because of the word. And I could give you many, many testimonies of people that have come to me and said, that word tonight did something for me. It changed my entire life. I'll never forget, I was preaching live online, and a young lady, while I was preaching, ministering on a Sunday morning, popped up on my iPad, and she said, I want somebody to pray for me because I got up this morning with the intentions, I intended to kill myself this morning, but I heard this message and I want to know, what must I do to be saved? And I stopped in the middle of preaching and led that young lady to Jesus Christ, and she got saved. So it is not always what we think it is. We need to be able to have substance. The last thing I'll tell you, I was ministering in Holly Springs, Mississippi years ago for Bishop Albert Pass. And in Holly Springs, there is Russ College. There's the college there. And while I was ministering one night, I was ministering from the subject, Tell the Devil I Changed My Mind. And a young lady jumped up and ran out the door. And I didn't know where she was going. And the pastor's daughter was in the choir stand and saw her and ran after her and brought her back. And she got saved that night. And she relayed this and said, the reason I jumped up and walked out and ran out is because the preacher was talking to me. He was all in my business. He was in everything. And I couldn't take no more. And I said, I got to get out of here. But she got saved and ended up being a missionary. I want to tell you, it's important for us to understand it's not just in the sound, but it's also in the substance. And not just in the substance, but it's also in the anointing of God. Because I got news for you, it's not the sound that destroys yokes. It's not other things, even the substance that destroys yokes. But what destroys the yoke is the anointing. And the yoke shall be destroyed because of the anointing. This is my wisdom in the pulpit for today with Bishop Dennis Martin. May God bless you, and may all God's choice bless it.